Alright, so we continue with workbook chapter 7, ratio, practice 4. Solving word problems. Let's check our first word problem. Chris had 96 local and foreign stamps altogether in his collection. The ratio of the number of local stamps to foreign stamps is 1 to 3. How many local stamps does Chris have? Okay, you need to draw your model. So you have your local and foreign stamps. So this is what you write, local and foreign, right? And then the ratio of the number of local stamps to foreign stamps is 1 to 3. What does that mean? That's gonna be 1 unit and 3 same units, right? 1 to 3. And then you know from the first sentence that 96 of local and foreign stamps altogether. Alright, so everything altogether is 96. And that's it. Your problem becomes very clear. 4 units is 96. So 1 unit is 96 divided by 4. It is 24, and that's your answer. 24, right? That's it. Chris has 24 local stamps. Alright, next problem. Mr. Wang cuts a coil of wire into 2 pieces in the ratio 5 to 1. The length of the coil of wire is 180 centimeters. How long is the shorter piece of wire? Alright. Okay, so you have a wire and you cut into 2 pieces. You have 2 pieces, long and short, right? Longer and shorter. So this is what you write, longer piece and shorter piece. And then you think about length. The ratio is 5 to 1, right? Obviously, longer is 5 units. And the shorter is, that's, like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And the shorter is just 1 unit, alright? And altogether, we know that the wire is 180 centimeters. 180 centimeters. Alright, that's it. Clearly, 6 units is 180. 6 units is 180 centimeters. 1 unit is 180 divided by 6, which is 30 centimeters. Alright, so that's your answer. 30 centimeters, and the shorter piece of wire is 30 centimeters. Alright? Okay. Next problem. Ravi made green paint by mixing blue paint and yellow paint in the ratio 3 to 4. He used 600 milliliters of yellow paint. Find the volume of green paint Ravi made. Alright, very simple, right? We have 2 colors to mix. We have blue and we have yellow, right? And we have their ratio 3 to 4. So we have 3 units of blue and we have 4 units of yellow, right? And we know that yellow is 600 milliliters of yellow paint, right? 600 milliliters. Okay? And they asking us how much green we got. So how much total we got? Clearly 4 units is 600 milliliters. So 1 unit is 600 divided by 4 is 150 milliliters, right? So total we have 7 units, right? 7 units. So our 7 units is 150 times 7 equal 1050 milliliters. That's your answer. Answer is a sentence. Ravi made 1050 milliliters of green paint. Alright, next problem. There are some angelfish and 18 swordtails in an aquarium. 2 types of fish, angelfish, swordtails. The ratio of the number of angelfish to the number of swordtails in the aquarium is 1 to 3. We have the ratio. How many more swordtails than angelfish are there in the aquarium? Alright, two types of fish. Angelfish, swordtails. Okay, so angelfish, they tell us the ratio is 1 to 3. 1 to 3. 1 unit to 3 units. Right? Okay, we know that swordfish is 18. 18 swordfish, right? And they ask us how many more swordtails and angelfish are there in the aquarium, right? So they ask us basically for this difference, right? Difference in units. All right. So clearly 3 units is 18, right? So 1 unit is 18 divided by 3. 18 divided by 3, which is 6, right? And 2 units. 2 units is the difference, right? This is our difference. These 2 units, right? 2 units is 6 times 2, 12. That's your answer, 12. Right? There are 12 more. There are 12 more swordtails than angelfish in the aquarium. Alright, this is it. Alright, next one. A table costs $275. LCD television set costs $325 more than the table. Find the ratio of the cost of television set to the cost of table. Very easy. Right? You have table, you have LCD television set, TV set, right? So you have a unit which is $275. Well, this is 7, right? $275, right? And television set is more expensive, so it's a bigger unit bar, right? Bigger unit bar, and we don't know how much is it, but we know that the difference over here is $325, right? So the first thing obviously is 275 plus 325, you're gonna find 600, right? This is the cost of your LCD television set. So the cost of LCD TV set is $600, right? So the next we build our ratio, right? We know one price, 275. We know second price, 600, right? So we know that what the price of LCD TV set, right? We make a ratio to the price of table, right? So it is $600, and this one is 275, right? And then we need to find the common factor. What can we divide both for? And if you think about it, if you try to do this, it's gonna be 25. And if you divide both by 25, it's gonna be 24 to 11. 24 to 11 is the ratio, right? So that's your answer, and you write it down. The ratio of the cost of the LCD TV set to the cost of table is 24 to 11. All right. Next one here. Herman had 198 game cards at first. He gave away 54 cards to his friends. Alright? Find the ratio of the number of cards he gave away to the number of he got left. Alright? Okay, so you have, not you, but Herman, right? He had a certain set of cards, right? And then, well, that's probably not how we're gonna draw it. We're gonna draw like this, right? He had this and this amount he gave away, and we draw it, right? That he gave away this unit bar. So at total at first was 198, right? He gave away 54, and they asked us like what is the ratio and how much is left. So first we find how much is left. 198 was before, minus 54, 144, right? Herman had 144 game cards as first. Okay, all right, now we build our ratio. They ask us what is the ratio of cards he gave away to cards he had at first. He gave away 54. He had sorry, not had at first. He had left, right? He had left. So I can write it here. Gave away, right? Gave away. This is left. All right, 144, right? And then you need to start thinking, how can you simplify this ratio, right? What is the common factor? What can you divide? How can you divide both these numbers? And you can divide both of these numbers by 18. Okay, if you divide both of them by 18, your ratio will become 3:8. Okay, that's your answer. The ratio of the number of cards. I just wrote it. So the ratio of the number of cards Herman gave away to the number of cards he had left was 3:8. All right. Problem number 7. There are 288 passengers seated on the train. The ratio of the number of passengers who are seated to the number of passengers who are standing is 9:13. How many passengers are there altogether? All right. So you have two types of passengers: seated and standing. Seated and standing, right? Now you have your ratio 9:13. Obviously, that's gonna be 9 units, and that's gonna be 13 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, something like that. So they tell us that seated over here, right? There are 288 passengers who are seated. Oops, sorry. 288, right? And they ask us how many were all together. So we don't know how many passengers were all together, right? Last sentence, and the question, right? That's it, easy. 9 units is clearly 288, right? So one unit is 288 divided by 9, which is 32, right? And 22 units is the total. 22 units. So this 9 units plus 13 units, right? Do I have to write it down? I hope I know. 32 times 22, right? 704. This is total. There are, write you down 74. There are 704 passengers altogether. Okay, next problem. The ratio of the number of fiction books to the number of non-fiction books in the library is 8:5. There are 678 more fiction books than non-fiction books. How many non-fiction books are there in the library? Got it, right? Very easy. So you have your fiction books, you have your non-fiction books, all right? And for fiction, you have what, 8 units, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6, 7, 8, right? And for non-fiction, we're just gonna draw our 5 units, right? Like that. So this is our ratio 8:5, right? There are 678 more fiction books, right? So the difference over here, 678, right? And the last question that they ask is how many non-fiction books were there? Okay, so we don't know how many non-fiction. That's our model, that's it. From the picture over here you can see, 3 units, 678. Right, so 1 unit is 678 divided by 3, which is 226, right? 5 units is non-fiction, right? Our non-fiction over here is 5 units. Okay, 226 times 5, and it is 1030 books. There are 1030 non-fiction books in the library. All right. Okay, now we're working with 3 quantities, like comparison model with multiples. The ages of 3 siblings, Leon, Kelly, and Jack, are in the ratio 3, 5 to 6. The sum of their ages is 42 years. How old is Kelly? Alright, you have 3 kids, Leon, Kelly, and Jack, right? And you have your ratio, so you draw your units. 3 units, 5 units, and 6 units, right? Okay. Your units, they tell us all together their ages is 42 years, 42, right? And they ask you how much is Kelly, right? So basically this girl, right? How much is 5 units? All right, clearly you can see if you calculate all your units, 14 units is 42. 1 unit is 42 divided by 14, which is 3, right? So 5 units, Kelly. This is our Kelly, right? 5 units. Over here, yeah, 5 units is equal 5 times 3, 15, right? That's your answer. Kelly is 15 years old, and you write 15. Okay. All right. Problem number 10, completely the same. Sandy bought a calculator, thumb drive, phone case. The ratio of the cost of the calculator to the cost of thumb drive to the cost of the phone case is 7 to 13 to 4. She paid $70 for all 3 items. How much did the phone case cost? Totally same thing. Now instead of the names, we have items, right? We have a calculator, thumb drive, and we have a phone case, right? And you draw your units of ratio, 7 to 13 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, right? And then that's going to be 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 7, 10, 13. I think it's right. If I'm not, you get the point, right? So you have your 7 units, you have your 13 units, and you have your 4 units. Okay. Altogether, it is $72. So how many total units? If you calculate 24 units total, 24 units is $72. So 1 unit is 72 divided by 24 is equal to 3. Again, $3. And we need to find, why it doesn't have a unit, right? 4 units. 4 units, like we need to find, they ask us how much is the phone case, right? 4 cases, 4 units. 4 units is $3. $3 times 4, $12, right? The phone case cost $12. And here the answer is $12. All right, next problem. A company gave a total of $15,500 to 3 charities. Charity A received $4,000, Charity B received $5,500, Charity C received the remaining amount. What was the ratio of like charity A to charity B to charity C, right? I mean the amount of money. All right, very easy. So the total amount of money was 5,500 at first, right? So they gave away 4,000. This is charity A minus 5,500. This is charity B, right? And what's the charity C? The leftover, right? 6,000. Okay, this is our charity C. Right? Charity C received $6,000. All right, and then you build up your ratio, right? So charity A to charity B to charity C, right? It is 4,000, 5,500 to 6,000, right? This is your ratio, basically. And then you need to simplify it. How can you simplify it? Well, if you think about it, you can divide all of them by 500. Right? You divide this by 500, you're gonna get 8. You divide this by 500, and you're gonna get 11. And you divide this by 500, and you're gonna get 12. So 8 to 11 to 12, that's your ratio. And well, this sentence is gonna be long. All right, the ratio of the amount charity A received to the amount charity B received to the amount charity C received was 8 to 11 to 12. Okay, the ratio of the amount of water the Chen family used on a Sunday for bathing to the amount of water they used for washing laundry to the amount of water they used for washing their car was 9 to 7 to 1. Right? They used 144 liters for bathing. How much water did the Chen family use for washing laundry? Okay, you have total water and you have 3 different ways of how they spent it, right? They took bath, they did laundry, and they washed their car, right? And you have your ratio, 9 to 7 to 1, right? So you draw your units, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's ugly, but 9 units, right? You just have to get the main idea. Let me make it like this. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyways, 7 units, right? 7 units. And you have a car of 1 unit, right? So they tell you that they used 144 liters for bathing, right? So these 9 units is 144. They ask you a question, how much water did they use for laundry, right? So they're asking you this. All right, that's it. Very easy. 1 unit is 144 divided by 9, and it is 16 liters, right? 16 liters. Right, so 7 units that they used for laundry, these 7 units, right, is 7 times 16, which is 112 liters. That's your answer. That's it. The Chen family used 112 liters of water for washing laundry. All right, that's it. Okay, finally we got to the last problem. Interesting, like we need to work with areas here. Rectangle A overlaps with square B as shown. The ratio of the area of rectangle A to the shaded area to the area of square B is 6 to 1 to 4. The area of rectangle A is 36 centimeters, square centimeters. Find the area of the whole figure. Very interesting. Right, so we have this area, we have shaded area, and we have square B, right? Let's find the ratios, right? Area A to shaded area to area B, right? First, they give us the ratio. It is 6 to 1 to 4, right? 6 to 1 to 4. Okay? And they tell us that area A is 36 centimeters. 36, well, square centimeters, right? But we're not going to use numbers because it's ratio, right? How do we go from 6 to 36, right? We need to multiply it by 6. So this is what we do, right? We just multiply everything by 6. Do I need to make an arrow like this? Okay, so 1 times 6 is 6, and 4 times 6 is 24. Okay, now this is your ratio. 36 to 6 to 24. Area of the whole figure. Area of the whole figure. Right? Now you go and try to remember. I mean, not try to remember, you should know this from your composite figures, chapter 6, right? Area of the whole figure is the area A plus area B minus this shaded area, right? So area of the whole figure is area A plus area B minus shaded area, because it overlaps. All right, minus shaded area. So this is what we write. Area A is 36, area B is 24, minus 6 is shaded area, 54 square centimeters. That's your answer. The area of the whole figure is 54 square centimeters. That's it. All right, we're done with this practice. We just have chapter review, and so see you in the next video.